Hey everyone, today we're doing the full review, and this is Fragrance de Bois, and they sent me this for review, and I'll explain a little bit why later. This is called Sirene. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, actually. I think it's Sirene. And yeah, here it is. First of all, we're going to start by giving you the note list. The notes for this are cherry, pepper, oud, lactones, incense, benzoin, cypriol, nagamorpha, labdanum, and moss. And then I'm actually going to cut to a clip, first of all, of my sister smelling this. This is marketed towards women. I'm going to give a male perspective on it, but I'd like you to hear a woman's perspective because it is marketed towards women. So here's my sister's genuine, honest, blind reaction to opening and smelling this for the first time.
Very glamorous. Look at that. Beautiful. Wow. Woo. That is stunning, isn't it? Nicest box I've ever seen. Like the little beautiful jewels. See the little jewels around the lid. And it smells amazing as well. There's a really lovely balance of being nice and fruity, but not too sweet. There's a lovely depth to it, and it smells quality. Actually, it's probably one of the nicest I've ever smelled. I absolutely love that cherry, and it smells a little bit raspberry as well to me.
Do you think it smells unisex or more feminine?
Well, that's a question. I think it's probably leaning on the feminine. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't, if a guy smelt of that, it smells so lovely that, you know, I wouldn't be off put. But I just personally associate more the fruity kind of vibes as being more feminine. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it makes my mouth water. It's quite, yeah, tangy, and yeah, I want to steal this one. Can I steal this one? Oh.
I just want to mention the packaging. It is one of the nicest packaging I've ever seen, to be perfectly honest. It comes in this very soft pink, what would you call that? Velvet? It's like velvety soft. I mean, it's very, very nicely done. It's a solid box. It opens up nicely and it sits on a red cushion. What surprised me was the weight of this thing is really, really heavy. I mean, the glass is, and it's not just the lid. The lid is heavy, but the glass is like really heavy. It's a really good quality glass. I'm going to give props where props is due. It's a very good quality bottle. The sprayer, to be honest, I'm jealous of the sprayer. It's better than the one that I use for my own brand. This one is like a pressurized, incredible mist, and it's one of the best sprayers I've used, to be honest. So I'm going to give them props where it's due. Very good quality bottle, brilliant sprayer, really nice box. I have been wearing it on my skin, and so what I get from this, initially I was thinking I don't get cherry from this. It smells like pink red fruits, but not quite cherry. But then I wore it again today and I was like, actually no, I do get cherry in the initial blast. So there's this kind of dark, sweet cherry note that feels kind of brief, to be honest. I get a little moment of, oh yeah, that's cherry. And then it changes and I get this generalized fruity accord that's a little bit like, I mean, the bottle is pink. I kind of get the smell of pink fruits almost, but there could be like raspberry in here, a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of cherry, all kind of mixed together. But it does give the impression of pink. That's quite accurate. And you get this almost like a pink milkshake, I would describe it. To me, it smelled like this lactone note in there definitely makes it smell creamy. And you can imagine this sweet, fruity, creamy, fruity milkshake basically is how it smells. And it is genuinely really pretty. I mean, it's nice for a woman. For a man, I mean, I wouldn't wear it myself personally. In general, I could say it's unisex if you like these kind of fruity, sweet kind of smells as a man, but some men do find this quite feminine. For me, I wouldn't wear it myself personally on a choice level. To me, it is quite feminine, but obviously there's going to be men that will love wearing this. As it starts to dry down a little bit, it goes from this sweet, warm, fruity smelling milkshake into smelling a little bit like some kind of chew, like a candy chew bar that's fruity flavored candy chew bar. So I'll put a picture on screen so you kind of know the vibe that I mean. But the texture changes. It goes from smelling like a milkshake into smelling a little bit more like, again, like a candy chew bar kind of vibe. It is quite sweet, but it's not overwhelmingly sickly. There is a spice note listed in here, the pepper, and I don't get a whole lot of it on my skin. You actually smell it more in the air when you spray it from the atomizer. You get kind of a little bit of that. But when it's on my skin, it just disappears into this kind of very creamy, you know, red fruit, pink fruit milkshake thing. As it starts to dry down, the oud accord, this kind of oud note cypriol, this is very kind of woody, dark, smooth, woody quality, is never over dominant, and the sweetness holds on really well, like the whole way through the fragrance. It just kind of slowly simmers down, and the kind of the woody accord comes up a little bit, but the sweetness is always above it. So it never loses this kind of dessert-like gourmand, sweety kind of quality that it has. It never goes away. It never fully goes away, but the wood note kind of is like down here, and then it's like it slowly comes up through the hours, and you're going to get this very smooth woody note with a little bit of amber. I don't really get a whole lot of incensey vibe. Personally, I get smooth dark wood, a little bit of amber, again balanced with that kind of sweet quality. There's no animalic barnyard funk or anything dirty to the oud note in this. It's very, very smooth, mellow, not too intense, and yeah, genuinely, there isn't a bad smell in this. Like, it smells good from top to bottom. It's incredibly mass appealing. What I appreciated about it was that it's very smooth, it's very well rounded as a perfume. There's no sharp edges. It's not, even though it smells like a kind of a fruity berry milkshake going into like a kind of candy chew bar kind of smell, it never smells too synthetic. Actually, it manages to smell, I guess maybe it's the lactone accord. Not that that's not synthetic, but what I mean, it doesn't smell too artificial. It smells realistic, like a genuine fruit smoothie. It doesn't smell too artificial. It's well rounded. It's very pleasant. It's very pretty. It's hugely mass appealing. I think I think a lot of women might lose their minds over this one. My sister said it's the best thing she's ever smelled. I think a lot of women will have a similar reaction to my own sister, where they smell it and they go, oh my god, that's really nice. And I totally get why. I mean, it is very good for what it is. Like, it does smell like as a pink milkshake. In terms of performance for this, easily 10, 11, 12 hours longevity. It's very, very long lasting. The projection and sillage is modest within the first hour or so before coming, sitting in your own kind of bubble. But yeah, 10 plus, 11 plus hours, absolutely no problem with longevity. Definitely sweet, but it's not too cloying. And I would say spring, autumn, and winter would be the ideal seasons. That's it. Altogether, it does smell genuinely really good, and I can see why it would be a very popular fragrance for a woman. It definitely is more feminine, like I say, but if a man likes this kind of smell, then obviously, buy what you like. I'm going to explain to you why I accepted it as a free gift. So, yeah, Fragrance du Bois, I went to Harrods last year and I smelled some. There was one that I thought smelled quite nice. It was an amber one. I went online and I purchased a sample myself. I reviewed it by myself. I gave it an okay review. I mentioned about the price being a bit too high and that it was out of my budget. And that was it. Basically, Fragrance du Bois somehow saw that. I don't know how, but they saw it, and they added me without me asking to some kind of PR promotion thing where I suddenly started getting emails Fragrance de Bois from their PR department asking if I'd like free things. I ignored them for a long time and just didn't respond. And then it got close to the time of going to India and they emailed me again and said, would you like a bottle of this? And it was for a woman. And I was like, well, you know, sure, you know, why not? I'll say yes. And so I accepted it. My initial thought was to give it away to my subscribers because I don't care about keeping it. I'm about to go to India for 5 months. I spend quite a bit of money buying dog food, cat food, and I regularly feed the stray dogs out there and the puppies that, you know, just live on the street. They're all kind of hungry all the time. So I do buy food and I'm there for 5 months. I spend you know, a decent amount of money doing it. And so what I'm doing is I've accepted this as kind of like a sponsorship in a sense that they wanted to give me it to review. I've done a fair, honest review. This is on eBay. I hope they don't mind. If they do, I'm sorry. But it's to a good cause. The money that I get from this on eBay will go towards directly feeding the dogs in India. So I just want to say thank you to Fragrance de Bois. They don't know that I'm selling it on eBay, but you know, it's helping feed the dogs, so I'm sure they won't mind. They got what they wanted, which is a review. I genuinely think it's a solid, really nice smelling fragrance for a woman. And this is going to help put some food in the bellies of hungry animals in India, so I'm chuffed. Like I say, I usually don't accept free bottles, but this time I did with the, you know, the intention of giving it away. But in this sense, I'm going to sell it and I'm going to use the money to help the dogs. Thank you. I will see you again soon with some more videos. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. Bye. And the link to the eBay link is in the description. The bidding ends tomorrow, Tuesday.
Oh, man, Harlem gives me Sunday headache. But that old man